Hey guys, I don't know exactly how this is going on YouTube, but I'm splicing this into a video. This might be the start of a video, but I did beat the final boss, and I just want to say this fight is annoying. I actually, as you can see, my monster team is a little bit different. I ended up fusing my Metal Slime Knight with, I think it was the Archdemon into the Hocus Poker, and I also got a Tanamount, which is a monster you can find in the Circle of Conquest. This boss still sucked. I was super high leveled, and I had some good stretch, and I did get Kazing with the cat, but overall, it turns out Kazing doesn't revive you that much, so that's one of my complaints. I'll talk about it in the credits about the whole revival thing, but this final boss was a nightmare. I really did not like it. It was very annoying. I actually killed him with a funny little strat. I don't know what talent it was, but he killed one of my monsters, and it caused him to be like severely poisoned, which would do like 900 damage to him every single turn, or at the end of a turn. So that actually helped me a lot. And as you can see, all my monsters are dead except Demon at Arms. It was a very funny win. I was going to record the attempt, but I kept losing, so I didn't do that. But I beat the boss. Final boss is done. We're going to watch the ending, because I think this is the final boss. There is no way they have another boss after that. I would be astounded.
I had not imagined you would grow so strong. With you atop the throne, I have high hopes for Naderia's future. I name you as my successor, and remove the curse I placed upon you. Now you may kill me, and take my place as Master of Monsterkind. When you are ready.
Open for interpretation for Dragon Quest IV.
Why do you falter? In matters of state, blood is no thicker than water. Take your blade and cut me down, boy.
I knew you wouldn't do it. It's like I always say, no one knows you like I do, partner.
Down here where monsters reign, the strong are revered, and the weak are left to perish. This throne will not be vacant long. Soon enough, a worthy monster will claim Naderia. There is nothing more I can do. My soul may now return to where I belong.
My reputation grows across the echelon. I really think their reputation should have grown after Dolph. Like, I feel like that would have been the better pick.
Look at that!
That's the ending? What? What a letdown. That's so anticlimactic. That really was the end. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting the game to end with an upper echelon. I was expecting, like, hey, after the last upper echelon, like, I get it, you want to end with Randolfo, but what about the stuff with Ludo? That's actually the end? That's so underwhelming. Oh, this is really nice. Sakura Petals. Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince. There you have it, the main story. This is a good game. I had a lot of fun with it. It's got like, there's like two major things about the gameplay side of things that I don't like. The level scaling is fine. I hate the middle part with General Chain because I feel like that part of the game is like, oh, unless you grind, you're like not gonna have any good monsters. The game is really grindy, is basically what I'm getting at. Like, as much as I love this game, it was really fun. It's probably my third favorite Dragon Quest game. Most likely, or it might be number 4. I had to play Dragon Quest, like... Do I like this game more than 8 is the real question. No, this is probably my 4th favorite Dragon Quest game. I forgot Dragon Quest 8 is one I played. I definitely like Dragon Quest 8 more than this game. This is a really good game. But at its core, it is really grindy. And I mean that in, like... monsters reverting back to level 1 after synthesizing, or stuff like having to go out and get monsters because there's no compendium-like feature. And some of the bosses are... General Chain was like the biggest jump. Other bosses are a bit of a jump more than I would have liked. So the game is pretty grindy. Especially when you like want certain monsters and have to like go into the wild and scout. And that's another thing. My other big issue with the game is scouting is annoying. I didn't mind it in the early game, but as we got farther into the game, I started to get bored scouting monsters because, first of all, it's like, hey, you can't scout monsters until you, like, clear the area, which is fair. But even when you clear the area, scouting is still annoying unless you're, like, super overpowered and go somewhere really weak. I wish scouting was done better. Like, basically, I wish recruiting monsters was done better. It is such a pain and such a slog to recruit monsters. Those are like my only gameplay issues. I really did like the monster collecting aspect. I like some of the monsters in the game. The areas were really fun to explore. I love how unique all the circles and echelons are. The dungeons were really fun. So the gameplay was fun. Really, it's just the fact that it's too grindy and scouting was annoying by the end of it. Like, as we got farther in, I got bored scouting, so I stopped scouting stuff because it just wasn't fun. And the story, I do really like the story. I like how it parallels with Dragon Quest IV really well. They could have done a lot more with it, though. I can't help but feel that the hero and Sorrow should have had more interactions. Like, they only interacted, not interacted necessarily, but they only saw each other, like, twice, right? Like, they saw each other that one time when we first saw Elena, Curl, and Tornico, and then, like, Sorrow had to go save Rose, and then Hero, the solo, like, helped at the end. So, like... kind of wish they had more interactions and more moments together. Also, I was under the impression that, like, after the whole time skip stuff, like, after Rose dies and you have to, like, go back in time and save her and not use the Secret of Evolution, I was under the impression that Sorrow and the hero were gonna team up. And they did team up, but I kind of wish they teamed up, like, before the final boss. Because literally them teaming up is just like, hey, Solo's helping Sorrow, and then he says, like, I'll kill you when you become the master of monsterkind. Which is to imply that he does in Dragon Quest IV, but then Sorrow tells Randolfo that he doesn't want to do that. So, like, the story is good. I feel like I really only enjoyed it, though, because of its connections with Dragon Quest IV. I need to play Dragon Quest IV again. But, overall, I think the story is fine for what it is. I think the upper echelon, the echelons have really nice stories because each echelon has like an overarching story. You get like part of it in the lower echelon, the middle echelon builds upon it, and the upper echelon concludes it. I think those are neat. It's got Dragon Quest charm. The voice acting's pretty good too. Like, it's nothing special. The story is like serviceable. For the kind of game this is, you're playing this mostly for the monster collecting, but the kind of game this is, I think the story was pretty well done. I enjoyed it. It wasn't, like, amazing, but I enjoyed the story enough to keep me going. That being said, I do wish they did more with the Dragon Quest IV hero. Like, again, it would have been cool for Sorrow and the hero to team up. Not right at the very end. And then Rose and Toylan. Toylan I really don't care about. I kind of wish Toylan was kind of just there, and Rose was fine. She was neat even, but they could have done more with Rose and Toylan. But overall, the game was fun. It's not gonna win any awards in the story department, but it wasn't bad. I feel like for the kind of game this is, the story was serviceable. It was good enough. It didn't need to be anything more than it was. Part of me does wish, like, oh yeah, they could have done things differently with the story. Because, like, after the time skip stuff, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. Now we're gonna have a parallel, because when Rose died, when Sorrow chose wrong and Rose died, we saw, like, a vision of the future. Like, that was clearly Dragon Quest IV, where the hero kills Estark and kills Sorrow as the Manslayer, which is obviously the Dragon Quest IV timeline. And then we went back and it's like, oh yeah, but now it's like a retelling. It's like Sorrow is gonna make a big choice and not become the Manslayer or whatever. So that was really cool, but I don't know, like, I guess it just feels underwhelming. Like, the mid-game was so hype, and then this endgame feels so weak. The ending of the story feels really weak. Again, the story wasn't amazing, but this doesn't feel like an end to me. This just feels like, oh yeah, we did it, we killed Randolfo, and then they just fly away on the dragon and that's the end? Also, what is up with Ludo? Like, what are we gonna do with Ludo? Because Ludo clearly had a moment and was gonna be like, oh yeah, brother, when you're ready, come meet me or whatever. I don't know. The middle had so much build up and it had really big potential to be insane, but the ending kind of dropped the ball. There should have been more, like, either during or after the upper echelons that was, like, on the par with how awesome the middle stuff was. Like, the time travel stuff, and the stuff where Toylan comes back or whatever, and, like, you see the hero, and you get to see Elena and Maya Mina and stuff. But yeah. That's really all I have to say. I really hated that final boss. That final boss was so annoying. I hate that final boss. It was so rough. Overall, though, this game is good. This is a good game. I give it like a 7 out of 10, probably. Accepting it for what it is, just a monster collector having a fun time, I think if you like monster collectors, you'll like this game. It's got a lot of customization, too. It is, like, it's definitely the kind of game where you kind of gotta, like, go out of your way to build, like, the best team and try to get all the good talent, which is fun, I'll be honest. Like, I'm gonna have a ton of fun with this game on my own, but I feel like streaming, it was kind of hard to enjoy parts of this game because I feel like the grindy nature is easy enough to alleviate if you're not streaming the game like I am, but me streaming the game kind of made it like, oh, the grindy sections were boring, so that's a little unfortunate. But, I mean, that's just the game's nature. Overall, I still enjoyed it, and I hope everyone on YouTube and Twitch enjoyed it. We'll see what post-game is. It depends what post-game is. If post-game is just like, hey, grind and fight a bunch of super bosses, I'll do them, probably. But I'll probably, like, take a break from the game, grind on my own, get all the monsters I want, and record those, maybe. If there are super bosses, like, I'll do them. But I probably won't stream it. If there's a new area, then I'll probably do another stream of the game. I'll definitely do another stream of the game if there's like a new area to explore. We also do have to finish the arenas, so at the very least I want to do those. So there's a bit more to do. We have to see what the game gives us at the end of the credits, what the post game actually is. I imagine there is post game for like S ranks and stuff. But yeah, I don't have much to say. I really gotta play Dragon Quest IV again. That's definitely gonna be the next Dragon Quest game I do. I also want to play the Joker games because this game was that good that I want to play the Joker games, but I'll probably do Dragon Quest IV first. Been a minute. Oh, this is the very end. This is showing us like storming Randolfo's fortress. Overall, I'm glad I played this game. This is like, it might be my... Really have to ask myself, do I like this game more than Final Fantasy 16? That's really hard. Even though FF16 is like more story focused than this game, FF16 kind of dropped the ball in the late game of the story. And the gameplay was really fun, but this game also was really fun. I don't know. This and FF16 are like two of the best games I played in 2023. For sure. These are definitely my top 2 2023 games. I don't know which I prefer in the end, but overall, this is fun. This was a fun game. and I look forward to seeing what post game is and doing that. I do like how we all got to see different weather effects as the game. Dude, you should have ended the game better. Like, come on, what kind of ending is that? It's so anticlimactic. So upsetting. Maybe we'll get like a post-credit scene here. I hope. Otherwise, that ending kind of sucks. Okay, we got
He was
more.
born of the union between human and monster. You succeeded in defeating Randolfo the Tyrant. Many moons have waxed and waned since you first swore this moment would come. That day, you rejected the chance to live life as a human in favor of one as a monster. Do you still seek to tread the monster's path? Or will you choose humanity? I expected you would say as much. Then go forth, unchanged and resolute, blessed with the dignity of remaining true to yourself. I take comfort, knowing that you have found peace with who you are until we meet again.
Okay, neat. The game feels really unbalanced. Like, the end game needed more oomph. Like, the beginning game had some promise, the middle game was hype. The last act, like around the upper echelon part of the story, needed more oomph. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, the end game really needed more oomph, story-wise. To be continued? What do you mean? Oh, so is there gonna be like a post-game thing with Ludo? How does that work? So Ludo's thing is post-game then.
Our journey is finally at an end. I think it's time for a well-deserved break.
Our journey's clearly not at the end. Did you not see the to be continued?
What? You're going back out to train up your monsters some more? Huh. I guess a monster wrangler's journey never truly ends. Well, I can't let you have all the fun. This sounds like a great chance to bulk up my collection of magical ingredients. Let's hit the road!
That's a fun way to be like, hey, keep playing the game. Is there actually more to do? Like, what opened up? Oh my word, my monsters are dead. What opened up? I get it, it's like, hey, play the game, get some crazy monsters, but is there actually, like, story stuff to do? Like a new area or something? If there's a new area, then this game needs another stream. Oh wait, there's more? What happened?
Wherefore am I ashamed to weep beneath thy panoply of wonders sacrosanct and most magnificent? Off on another trip, are you?
Hey, what's up, Ludo?
I'm glad I caught you when I did then. I have something to tell you. Dear brother, remember how there are supposed to be 3 beings in the unholy trinity? Well, I think I might have found the last one. Ventura. It's woken up too, and is heading for a place called the Wisp Woods. We have to stop it, or the world will be engulfed in flame. But together, we can destroy that foul creature. You'll need this to reach the Wisp Woods.
A rainbow travelite? Oh, so there is a new area.
I'll go on ahead. Don't leave me waiting, will you?
Okay. So, the Wispwood is like our post-game area. It looks like, I don't know, I'll do some research, but I want to mess with that because it does seem like there's a bit more story to go. I don't know when I'll get to it because I have to look at what level I need to be because maybe I feel like the post-game is going to want me to have like rank A and rank S's. So it might be a minute, but I want to do whatever this Wispwood stuff is, and I also want to finish all the arenas. Like, I want to do more with the game, but I might put it on a little hiatus. Like, I'll probably play this game a lot on my own time, trying to get some crazy monster combinations. But, overall, I want to see what the Wispwood thing is about, at least, so I might put the game on hold for a bit. It might be a while before I get there, but I definitely want to do it, for sure, because I want to see what's up with Ludo and everything, so yeah. Those of you watching, hope you all enjoyed. The main story's done, but I don't know how much post-game there will be. If it's just a Wispwood and like super bosses, if it's just super bosses, then I'm gonna need to grind a lot and I'll do them, but I don't know. There might not be much more of this game. There might not be as much as I expected, but I'll do my research and we'll see what I want to accomplish. I definitely, at the very least, want to go to the Wispwood and do the Ludo stuff. So, yeah. You know, I'll get to it eventually. I'm just gonna have to like get some monsters that I really want and grind a bit, but it'll happen for sure. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.